McHugh's, just a couple of close, play. You think he was a little better than the final line kind of indicated?
Yeah, well, yeah. He had a couple runs come in after he left the game, but all in all, they're just the two big innings. It was hard to manage the innings for him. He had a hard time managing the innings, and obviously they came up with some pretty good pieces of hitting. I know he hit the two-strike hit by pitch, came back to haunt him. He didn't really finish at bats the way that we're accustomed to him finishing them, and then a couple of big hits. So I think the two big innings are certainly the story of the game. Their pitcher, breezed through the game a little bit, and just wasn't a very good night for us.
Justin Maxwell ball in the fifth. You think that's a play that gets made if the throw's online?
Yeah, I haven't seen a replay of it to see how far inside of second base it was. Ideally, you'd knock that down anyway, but I think it's a do or die play. Marwin catches it backhand, jump, turn, throw, a lot of activity going there. It's a great play if you make it. Turned out to be a costly one that we didn't. But again, all in all, in that inning, there was a lot going on for us to. You have an inning where you give up 3 and give up 5. Those aren't good nights.
Offensively, what made their guys so tough?
Well, we weren't very disciplined. I think that's the disappointing part. We wanted to get good pitches to hit and get base runners, and we got 1 plus a homer. So I think that we just had no action. And he had multiple pitches. He was moving the ball around. He expanded the zone when he got ahead. He changed speeds on his breaking ball. He pitched, and we didn't really counter. With a ton of back-to-back quality plate appearances, and I think that's the disappointing side. You're going to need more action on the bases for us to do any damage, and and then once he got the lead, he was in cruise control.
Part of the talk in the winter was of creating depth, and if guys weren't hitting, there would be players to turn to. Do you look at the stretch here as just kind of a storm to be weathered, or do you start looking to depth options?
Yeah, no, a little bit of both. I think we're not too far removed from some pretty good offensive nights. I think the inning in Anaheim shows that we can piece together some singles. I think we've got to get back to passing the baton to the next hitter, and some of those might be home runs, some of those might be base hits, but we've got to piece together quality plate appearances back to back to back, and create some innings. And I think we ran into a tough pitcher in Anaheim to end that series. Heston threw really very, very well tonight. But it's not a habit that we want to get into where we have an empty game. I think that's not who we are, and it's not what this offense is going to be. It's a tough night for us, no doubt, and we'll be better. But it's when you go through nights like this, it's sort of bad for everybody.
Any word on Springer at this point?
I know he got through the game fine. I think he got 4 at bats, went 1 for 4. I know the trainers have discussed or talked about how he felt. So once I get back in my office, I'll check in on that. But we'll welcome him back as soon as he's ready.